Hey y'all, what's up? My channel is Live Life. My name is Shay. Yeah, I could call me Shanae. But I wanted to talk to y'all about energetic leaks. Okay. Um, I want to talk to y'all about energetic leaks because this is very important. A lot of people don't look at life from a spiritual angle, and the spiritual part of it really affects your mental health, your emotional health, and definitely your physical health. So it's very important to me that people really start seeing things from a spiritual perspective. I'm not saying you got to be spiritual every damn day. Like, I don't know what it is with people. Um, like let's say I'm talking to a coworker and they decide to tell me that they Christian and they go to this church, yada yada yada. I'd be like, oh well, I'm spiritual. I don't do the box of religion and I don't do the box of Christianity because you know what? I don't believe that God is in a box. So why would I put myself in a box? Right? So at the end of the day, I'll just be like, I'm spiritual. And then next thing I know, they'll be like, oh, so you into crystals and stuff. I was like, no. Oh, so you into burning incense? Yeah, I do burn incense, but what the hell that mean? Didn't the three wise men bring Jesus myrrh, frankincense, and I want to say jasmine, fra- frankincense, myrrh, and it was something. But anyways, yeah, I got sage and Palo Santo and stuff like that. But do I sit there and burn that shit every day? No, but I do cleanse my aura every day. I damn sure do that. I do it every day because I don't know what I picked up when I left the house. And whatever it is, I gotta go ahead and smudge my entire aura and cleanse myself because I know me. And I don't want to take on nobody else's emotions, nobody else's baggage, nobody else's bullshit. I don't. So if I go ahead and smudge myself when I get home, well, first off, the shower is the first initial cleanse. When I'm in the shower, I just think about, any negative emotions, any heaviness or negativity is just being washed off of me and away from me and down the drain it goes. All right. And then I smudge. That's what I do. You ain't got to do it. I'm not saying you got to do it. You ain't got to do what I do. I'm just saying. But anyways, I don't know why people have this idea that spiritual people, you got to have her head wrap. When do y'all see me on here with a head wrap? I do. Look, Satan's people are trying to blend in. Narcissists be trying to blend in with society. So if there's this whole, I get that there's this whole new age spiritual movement or whatever where people be like, oh, let me do this with crystals or let me this and that and da 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 da. I don't wear head wraps. I would only wear a head wrap if my intuition called me to wear a head wrap and to wrap my crown. Other than that, I let my hair I let it hang free. So when the sun is out, my hair can absorb the sun. All right. I let it hang free. And my hair loves my face because it don't matter how much I tie it back or try to keep it back, it be trying to come to my face. Like there's times where my ponytail be like this and my hair be all like this. Like I be like, I love you too, hair. Because your hair is alive. Even though you cut it, you trim it, you whatever, and you don't feel no pain, your hair is very much alive. So, at the end of the day, this is another thing with an energetic leak. Because I heard a YouTuber back in the day, back in 2019, she talked about it. She had locks at the time. And she went through a lot of trauma, and she talked about how she got the information from somebody else, right? And this is all we're doing is just passing on knowledge because just because you know something don't mean somebody else don't know something. You know what I'm saying? Spread the word. The message is to get around, to be shared, right? Don't harbor and sit on knowledge. For what? It's not even yours. 9 times out of 10, when God gives you an idea, like an invention idea, it's not just for you to just make money. Yeah, that's part of it, but it's partly to impact humanity. All right? That's the bigger goal, the bigger mission of that idea. But people be selfish out here. Oh, I'm just about me and the money. Okay, but it's not about you. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than the money. Money is energy. So here's the energetic leak with money. Be careful who you help. Can you recall a time that you've given somebody money, and then after you give them money, your money start looking funny? You start having a little, things start happening and stuff like that. Well, that's an energetic leak. Money is energy. And when you give those dollars, your energy, to someone else, and then they go spend it usually on not what they say they're going to spend it on. Because I can't tell you how many times my mom was like, hey, I need some money because I need money for this bill. At the time, because I was younger, I would give her the money. So why the fuck you hit me up 2 weeks later talking about you need the money to pay the same fucking bill that you told me that you had paid or you needed 2 weeks ago? I started catching on. I'm like, bitch, I ain't slow. I ain't dumb. You asked for that money 2 weeks ago. I gave it to you, or I sent it to you. So I'm trying to figure out why you need more money from me. If you want that bill paid, call them on the phone. I don't want you in my business. Okay, then you don't need the money. You over there giving my money to some nigga because you desperate for a man. Pick me. And then, or you probably trying to give money to my brother. You're doing something else with that money. You're not doing it for what you told me you're doing it for. So guess what? If your lights is off, bitch, you better get some candles. You better wait till the sun come up. Do everything you can do from sun up to sundown. I don't know what to tell you, but your light bill is not my responsibility. That is an energetic leak. All right. That is an example. Me giving her my energy via money. And then, you doing bullshit. Another energetic leak. When people try to make their problems your problems. My mom tried to make her light bill issue my problem. I work, you work. I'm trying to figure out that if you make $400 a day and you work 5-6 days a week, the math ain't mathing for me as to why you can't pay a $50-$60 light bill. You smoking crack? You doing dope? What's going on? Right? Where is the energetic leak? Now, that's my next point. Those are also energetic leaks. People who smoke cigarettes, that smoke weed all the time. There's nothing wrong with smoking weed, but when you are an addict and you are a dependent on it, and I know people like that. I just gotta have it. I just gotta have it. I just have to. When you start using words like have, you're an addict. You have an addiction. And of course, family, no. Look, you can tell me no. You be saying no. When it's really yes. You be saying no. When it's really yes. So you can tell me no all damn long. I got eyes to see that is yes. You're in denial. That's your problem. You're living in a delusion. You have illusions. That, again, is your problem. You come over here, bop, I'm popping that bubble. If you don't want your bubble popped, if you don't want your dirty bubble popped, because like SpongeBob, I'm like Merman and Barnacle Boy, and you are the dirty bubble. All right? Don't get popped out here. All right? I don't know. I was watching SpongeBob the other day. It was on TV. It just was on. And I was watching. I was like, damn, I remember this as a kid. Anyways. So, right? But for real, I be popping people's bubbles and then people get mad at me. I be like, don't be getting mad at me. Nobody told you to drift over here into my lane and into my space. Don't be coming to me and asking me for advice and then think I'm going to tickle your ears with some lies. Nope. You going to get this bowl of truths. That's what you going to get from me. You ain't got to like it. It can taste bitter. It can hurt. It can this. It can that. But guess what? Truth is medicine. And medicine, I've never known medicine to taste good. Sugar tastes good, but that should lead you to diabetes. Y'all remember that old white man? He did a commercial. I was looking at his stuff on YouTube. He passed away, rest his soul. But he was up there, diabetes. And they made memes of him. Yeah. Sugar tastes good till you got diabetes, till that pancreas acting up, dysregulated and out of order and dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'd rather take the bitter route. the medicine. It may not taste good, but it's good for me. And guess what? You can program your taste buds. It may taste bitter and nasty. You know, I remember when I was a kid, they had Dimetapp. I used to fucking hate when my mama would buy the cherry kind because they ain't had no grape. Even though hindsight, because she's a narcissist, I think to myself, did she want to make me suffer by making me drink the cherry because the store really had grape, but her ass got me the cherry because she wanted to be a bitch? I don't know. I be thinking about shit like that. Sometimes I'd be like, I wonder. Anyways, little stuff like that. But seriously, energetic leaks, like what I told you, like when you give people money, stop giving people money. Stop making other people's problems your problems. Those are energetic leaks. God gave you that job to make that money for you and your blessings, to go start your business, to fix your car, to buy yourself clothes because you got holes in your clothes and your clothes are ratty tatty and old. You know what I'm saying? God got you that so you can keep your hair done. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, keep yourself hygienic, buying soap, water, and deodorant and laundry detergent. You know what I'm saying? Like, keeping food on your table. You can't worry about other people's problems. Let them figure it out. They grown. And if they can't figure it out, then, hey, the weak die out here. It's just like the wild. If you weak and you slow, well, you going to get ate up by something. It's all about survival of the fittest, essentially. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you that if you have an overabundance, you know, it's okay. But me personally, if I were you, I would have a nice conversation with God. And if God tells you no, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Do what they do. Because my thing is this. Are they giving, is it any reciprocity? That's an energetic leak. When you give and give and give, and the very people that you give and you help and help and help, then when you need help, they can never give or help you. Energetic leak. Keep your energy to yourself. Keep it protected. All right. Give to people who give back. All right. That's what it is out here. Some more energetic leaks. Back to like the weed smoking and the cigarettes and the alcohol and the drugs. Those are energetic leaks. These people are addicted to these substances because they're trying to escape reality. Oh man, these bills is due and this and that, and they all stressed out. Stress is an energetic leak. You need to evaluate your life. Like, why are you stressed? A lot of people want to sit here and tell me, well, I smoke cigarettes and I drink alcohol and I this and I that. Sex addicts too. Oh, I fuck, you know, because it gives me a release. It does it that. It's temporary. Temporary. You know? And at the end of the day, that temporary release from or you drinking, or you just orgasm, like whatever it is, right? You know, you have people who eat too much and they get comfort from that. Well, all of these things, because everything is in moderation, but when you overindulgence, you got to ask yourself, why am I overindulging in this? People who hoard, that's energetic leaks because they have a scarcity, lack mentality and mindset. They do. Because if you didn't, then you could freely donate them 1975 clothes. It's 2025. Why you still got that? You can't even fit it. Your kids don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, donate it, throw it away, something. And hoarders, when they keep a whole bunch of stuff and just be holding on to stuff that they don't use, don't see, that's energetic leaks. When you continue to have things that are old, outdated, you don't use it, you don't need it, it's just there. That's energetic leaks, and it gives you a view into these people's mindsets. It shows you how cluttered and filthy and overburdened and overloaded and, you know, overindulged and all this that they are. Right? You go to somebody's house, it's real junky and dirty. I'm not saying judge them, but it gives you an insight to where their mind is, where their emotions at. They're clogged up. You know, they chakras need to get unclogged, unblocked. They need to get aligned, because when you are in someone's car and they have trash all throughout their car, these are signs and symbols to people with their third eye, spiritual eye open, that these people have energetic leaks. Their mental state is not right. Their emotional state is not right. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So don't get me wrong. Am I perfect? Do I be having, yeah, I be having stuff like, you know what I'm saying? But when I get that energy, like that extra, like when I'm talking about, I try to go to sleep and I can't sleep and I'm just up. That is my time to start vacuuming, mopping, cleaning, doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? It is okay to have lazy days. It doesn't make you lazy for having lazy days, especially when all you and I'm talking about when you doing chores, when you doing work, you know, you working on your relationship or your marriage, you know, you got kids, you have all these responsibilities. When you have your downtime, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand how to rest and reset. R&R. People like to say rest and relaxation, but I don't think a lot of people understand what this is, especially here in America with this whole 40-hour plus work week, you know, and just everything that we got going on economy wise. The economy really dictates how people are living their lives. There are lots of millennials that do want kids and family and this and that, but people can't afford it. And it's messed up, right? But on a spiritual level and perspective, like, don't, you know, let these energetic leaks, more energetic leaks. When you are around people that complain, they energy drain. You ever get on the phone with somebody, they venting, and then when you talking to them, you all of a sudden get sleepy and tired and drowsy. But then when the phone call ends, you got an energy boost. They siphoned your energy. They were a vampire. They took your energy. And I would advise you to be like, hey, like just do a quick little, you know, word of mouth, because words are powerful. There's life and death in the power of the tongue, right? Call your energy back. They just took your energy out that phone call and made you a little sleepy. So your battery bar went from 80% to like 75. You better call your energy back. I call my energy back from everything and everybody where it was misplaced, displaced, because I need my energy for myself so that I can create, right? Because again, when God gives you a vision, when God puts something in your heart to create something, whether it be a song, whether it be to write a book, whether it's to whatever it is, if you like building with your hands, if you like whatever it is that you like to do, God has given you the energy to complete what it is that you want to do. But how you going to do it when you always tired? Because we do get energy drained and siphoned when we work these 9 to 5s. But some of us, we can't do it. You got to do it until you build your own business. You got to do it until you get whatever your side hustle or whatever it is, making more money than what your 9 to 5 is doing. You got to do it until your investments have made you so much money that you can just dip into that and still live on a day-to-day basis. You know, you feel me? It's steps and levels to this. And it's very important for you to learn energetic leaks. Instead of you giving money to people who are going to misuse the finances, invest that into stocks and bonds. Invest that into Bitcoin if you're into Bitcoin. Invest it into, you know, your business or whatever it is for you. Invest it in you. You know, that's real entitlement and selfishness when people be like, well, you're supposed to, you have to. And they try to like guilt trip you because you're choosing to use your paychecks to fund your lifestyle. You know, you went and bought a new car. How do they know that you wasn't in need of a new car because your car literally broke down and you just do not have the money to keep putting into that damn car? So you would rather just pay the car note and know that you riding around and getting it in that new whip without no problems. Your only problem is paying the car note and the insurance. And hopefully don't nobody hit you or you hit somebody, right? You know? So all I'm saying is, uh, be mindful of your energetic leaks. Be mindful who you socialize with. Be mindful who's like around you and in your energy. These are just examples. There's plenty of more, so I might make a second video, but I thought that this topic was really important for people to really understand. I had heard a video. Billy Carson didn't necessarily make a video about energetic leaks, but he mentioned it, and he mentioned an example, and I said, oh crap, I need to make a video about this, because I have encountered numerous of people where I've gone to their homes, and I mean, they got mice running around, rats, roaches, gnats, mosquitoes, piles and piles of clothes just on the floor, on the bed, just all over the place. They floor, if they got hardwood floors, is sticky. Your shoe, you know how you step and you really gotta put some muscle into getting that mug up on, like filthy, just filthy. And it's not to judge these people, but demons and dark, low vibrational entities, they love to feed off of people like this. They love that low vibrational, dirty, filthy, grimy, shady energy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and another energetic leak. Don't be gossiping. When you gossip and you entertain gossip, you're leaking your energy. All right? Be mindful of the type of music you listen to. Be mindful of the type of shows and movies you watch, because that's also where attention goes, your energy flows. So don't get it twisted. I'm about to sit up here and turn on this Insecure and watch the shit out this shit. I know I'm late because I didn't even know that Issa Rae had made Insecure back in 2016. I heard people talking about it, but life was lifing for me, and I was going through it spiritually, all right? I was getting my bearings, sharpening my swords, building my armor, and now that I got, shoot, if a motherfucker made me pull out my sword, they getting cut. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in my sanctuary, I could take my armor off. But when I leave this house, my armor just, I'm like Sailor Moon. If you ever watch Sailor Moon, I ain't got to go through all that transformation stuff. No, it's just instant. Like, boop, armor on. Just as simple as that. Like you know how Power Rangers, they always morph into, I ain't got to do all that. I'm already morphed as soon as I go through the threshold outside. I got my Power Ranger powers on. Leveled up, ready for anything. Sometimes I'm not ready for some of the shit that I encounter, but my armor shields me, and sometimes I'll be like, what the, because you never know what you'll encounter people are unpredictable. That's all I gotta say. You never know what they gonna say. You never know how they gonna act. You never know what they gonna be. Just like Dean Winchester on Supernatural. He said he hated encountering humans because humans are so unpredictable. But the legendary or the mythic monsters and stuff, the ghosts and harbingers and all the beasts that they would fight, they could just go look into the book, into the lore, and they know how to defeat it and beat it. All right? But humans, unpredictable as hell. For real. But anyways, so I hope this helps y'all, contain y'all energy more. And if I were you, if you start being more mindful of these things, like get a journal and notate your energy levels. Do you have more energy? Do you have more creative power? Do you have, what I'm saying? Keep tabs on your growth, right? Because again, we all about growth, elevation, leveling up, all of that. So peace, positive energy always creates elevation. I always say that because I'm all about elevation. And people who are stuck still and stagnant, just stay away from them. I understand that some people have a good heart. You want to help them. You want to help them? Be the example. Let them see what is possible by you being the leader and the example. I guarantee you they're going to follow suit because I inspire so many people. But a lot of people don't tell me that I inspire them. There are a certain amount of people who have told me that I inspire them. I have inspired them to, start their business, to write their, whatever it was. I inspired them to do it because I have encouraging words. That is just who I am. And sometimes people will pray and ask God for something, and then I just happen to come along and have a conversation with them. But whatever it was that I told them is what they needed to hear. I don't necessarily know that I answered their prayer. Only they know that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is for me. When I be asking, for certain things and stuff like that, God sends people to me to tell me exactly what it is that I need to know, or to send me confirmation of what I already know, to let me know I ain't tripping. That it's not make believe. It ain't all just in my head. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful, y'all. Detach from anybody that's low vibrational, narcissistic, psychopathic, sociopathic, because these people, they are major energetic leaks. Major. All right? And watch how you get your glow back. Go watch my video about get your glow up. I think that's what I named it. I don't even remember. But anyways, bye y'all.